So in coaching, if you were to take a sports coach, what do you think that they would do when they sit down with their coachee, their athlete? Do you think they would be kind of questioning them about kind of what their performance has been like to date and making them feel shit about how bad they've been or how much they've not lived up to their potential yet? Or actually, do you think they might just ask them about, look, how's it going so far and what is it that you feel that you need to do in order to get to where you really want to get to? I ask that question because I think what happens quite a lot in consultancy world, in coaching world, is that when a coach gets in front of a business owner, there's a tendency for questions to kind of send them back, almost to kind of create the dissatisfaction that really kind of makes people feel shit and say, I need the help. That kind of works. Of course it works as an approach, you could say, but I don't find that to be massively helpful. At the end of the day, business owners have had the guts to start the business, they work bloody hard, and they've done their best job so far with what they know. So actually this idea of, look, why don't we pat people on the back and say, look, well done for where you've got to. Might not be where you want to be right now, but listen, well done. Second question is this, why don't we just let people assess themselves? Because people know they don't need to kind of be beaten over the head about what they haven't done. Look, against a framework, against some kind of a methodology that just says, look, or an MOT, some people might call it, look, how do you think you're doing? And I always can look at businesses as I'm listening to what people are saying, as I'm looking at it from a view of saying, look, is this a gains or a gaps business? Now, let me explain that. If you're familiar with the concept of marginal gains through Dave Brailsford, he talks about actually what are the kind of the small incremental improvements, the 1%ers, that says actually if we just tweak that here, here and here in a number of areas, what that adds up to, the cumulative effect is you've actually got some significant change that can happen just through polishing some of the stuff that may already be in place, but we can just make it a little bit better. And some businesses are like that. Some businesses are actually, let's just go back over it, and if you've got a growth mindset that just says, look, it can always be better, let's do that. In that same MOT, we might also find that there are some fundamental gaps that just aren't there. And that might just be because of a lack of knowledge. I didn't realise that was important enough to kind of be part of the business. So at times we're going to have to say, yeah, we do need to fix that, because long term that we're not going to have a sustainable business, a profitable sustainable business without plugging that gap. So again, and in some other aspects of the business, it might be, look, plug that gap and then just actually make some of these tweaks in that area. So gaps and gains is a way that I would kind of view businesses really. And I've just been in a session today with a business owner here in Edinburgh. It's a great business. It's a really, really good business. And in my view, it's just a gains business. And actually that was his assessment. He says, yeah, actually that probably, I recognise that. That's where I feel that we are, but we can always get better. And I think actually as a mindset that of what does great look like in your industry. Now those are the kind of people that are really good to work with. The ones that say, actually, I recognise where we are and I know we can get better. So look, congratulations if you're in business. Well done for having the balls to start it in the first place, for employing people, for kind of, putting your neck on the line every day. Congratulations, I applaud that massively. And also to those people who then say, do you know what, so don't feel crap about that, feel good about that. Second thing is, we can always get better as well. And that's where, I'd ask you to look back at your business and say, look, am I a gaps or a gains business? Or maybe a mixture of them both. Either way, there's progress to make to build on the great foundations that you've already laid. Okay, look, until we meet, good luck in business.